Morning folks, Tim here on the Great Rugger Run, day 11 I think it is today, and you can probably tell where I am. Teignmouth Rugby Football Club, and this is on the banks of the River Tyne, which is literally just over there. It's an absolutely glorious spot. You can't quite see the hill, but I've just run down from a hill up there and you can see the ground and the estuary out to sea. It's absolutely beautiful. Lovely old stand there. I'm told it's absolutely ram-packed on a match day and they make a heck of a lot of noise here supporting the local team. It looks like an absolutely glorious pitch. What a place to play rugby. I mean, I'm known for some hyperbole when it comes to describing rugby grounds, but honestly, and especially on a day like this, I can't imagine anything any better, to be honest. It's just beautiful. And there's a train line that runs across the far side of the pitch there as well. And apparently sometimes you get the old steam trains coming along there. Shut this gate up for them. Here we go. Right, let's go and find some people from the Teignmouth Club and learn a little bit about what goes on here. Just in this nice little beer garden area here, benches by the side. And we're going to meet Geoff. Hello Geoff, how are you?
Good morning, very well, thank you.
Good, what's your full name and what do you do for the club here?
Geoff Webber. I'm membership secretary at times. I've been a life member now and I've been president for 3 years back along.
Wow, amazing. So the full remit basically.
Yeah.
And how long have you been involved in the club overall?
I've been involved in the rugby club since 1958 when I was in the under-13s and I've progressed ever since.
Amazing. So how many games do you reckon you've played for the club?
Oh, I'm not really sure. Say 300 perhaps, at different levels, which I've really enjoyed.
Yeah. And what is it about playing here that you've...
The camaraderie,
yeah.
all your mates, and we are a really family club and a family social for the town.
Yeah, we've obviously had a few conversations before this, and families and the family nature runs through the club, right?
Through, yes, from very young people right up through for years and years now. As you saw earlier when you spoke to Mr. Northcott.
Yeah. Yes, say a little bit about Grumpy Jim for us, will you?
Grumpy Jim, yeah, he's a very old member here, lives just across the road from the rugby club, and he still comes over here and sees us all when he can.
Yeah, that was one of my overriding thoughts when I first walked in here, Geoff, was it's just a lovely, busy club. It seems like there's people here all the time doing things.
There is. We've got a good membership and a good crowd that volunteer to keep the club in such good order.
Yeah, wonderful stuff.
And we thank you very much for it.
Good stuff. Well done, mate. Let's move on.
Thank you very much.
Talking of volunteers that look after the club, we got Barry over here. Good to see you, Barry. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you very much.
Good. What do you do here at the club and why do you spend so much time here?
Well, generally, I lived and worked in Hong Kong for 16 years and I came back 2 years ago and I immediately joined the club because one of my old friends that we used to play together at the original RFC, which was at Twickenham Rugby Football Club, for a number of years, and they are 7 years older than this club, so I'm quite proud that in my twilight years, I now belong to a second RFC. It means a lot to me. Generally, I started coming down on a Thursday with the lads to just do whatever we need to do to keep the pitch in order, and then it was a non-stop, continuous effort to get the changing rooms ready, especially during this COVID period. It's been poor for everybody, but it was handy to get a lot of DIY done. The first important job was we had to get the flat upstairs renovated so that we could rent that out and get some income from it, because we had no income for a long time. So that's now occupied since the beginning of May. I've done a big health and safety scan all the way around the pitch. We've decorated the changing rooms. We're just going through the clubhouse now. It's all been electrically tested, because I'm an electrician by trade. So I managed that, which took about 4 weeks because of all the problems we found. And it's just a great club. As Geoff was just saying, the camaraderie down here, and it's taken a little while to build up again, obviously, since the COVID, and then obviously the restrictions we had with sitting outside and table service. But generally, you come in on a Saturday and it's just bouncing.
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, that's definitely the impression I'm getting here. And a lot of clubs really struggle with volunteers, and it ends up being the same one or two people doing everything. But you seem to, from what I understand, you seem to have a bit of an army of volunteers here that are all very happy to help and get stuck in.
Yeah, we probably get about 6 or 8 people here every Thursday, work for about 4 hours. And it's a friendship thing. We all have bacon rolls or something at 11 o'clock. I'm in charge of coffee procurement and and the making of. yeah, they're just a good bunch of guys. They're all committed to the club. Obviously, we don't always get on because we've got differences of opinion, which is good for the club as well, rather than we all thinking the same. And yeah, no, I'm pleased. I'm really happy. I'm certainly not going to be leaving Teignmouth in the near future.
Good man. And what's it like on a match day here? What's your match day experience like?
Well, this is my first season actually monitoring what the first team do, and they've started off just brilliantly. They've won their first 4 games with bonus points in every game. They're top of the league. Their skill and their artistry of playing is just phenomenal. They're a real pleasure to watch. It's quick, fast, tackling. The forwards, not the biggest forwards in the world, but man, their pack is powerful. It really is, and they push their opposition off the ball all the time. It's just really pleasurable.
Yeah. And is the weather always this nice?
Well, it wasn't this nice yesterday, and they recommend that this is going to be the one day like it, and after this it's going to rain for a week or so. So we'll have to play it by ear. But I mean, in Teignmouth we seem to get... I just don't take any notice of the weather forecast anymore. I just look up in the sky and make a judgment call. And where it could be pouring down in Dawlish or Shaldon, here we seem to be in a little bit of a bay, so we always get lovely weather.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's really sheltered from both sides, isn't it?
Yeah. And the wind is quite mellow, so it's lovely.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you very much, Barry. I'm
My
going to
pleasure.
move on and we'll go into the clubhouse here and see what we can find. Who can we find in here to tell me a little bit? People are disappearing left, right, and centre as I come in here to find Nicola, isn't it, Nicola?
It is. Hi.
Nicola, what's your full name, please, and what do you do here at Teignmouth?
So I'm Nicola Oxley. I'm currently running the bar, and I am the secretary of the club.
Good stuff. If you'd like to come and have a little walk with me, if that's okay. I think we looked around and we think this one's the oldest photo in the club, which is from 1903-04, but that's not really the full story, is it? So when was this club founded and what's some of its history?
So 1874, so we're coming up to the 150th year in a couple of years' time. So we're trying to arrange activities and things like that to sort of celebrate that. We're a family-orientated club, community-spirited. So yeah, heart of Devon.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, let's wander through. Because I know there's a lot of interesting things. We'll stop and look back behind us here quickly, Nicola, because this man should be very familiar. And I'm talking about the guy on the right, not necessarily the guy on the left here. Sorry, other way around. Who's that guy up there standing with Lawrence Delanio, and why is his photo on your wall?
So that's Pete Cross, Mr. England. He's a member of our club. He's actually a life member now. So yeah, regularly seen at the club and at Twickenham. So,
Does he wear that all the England get up when he comes down here?
Occasionally,
He does?
on request, on request.
Good stuff. I mean, he's an absolutely iconic figure in England rugby.
Absolutely,
So, and he
yeah.
comes from this club and this
Yeah,
town?
yeah, from Dawlish, and he's a member of our club. So
Excellent.
again.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, let's wander on. See what else we can find. Let's start with this little bit of history up here. I'm not sure if there's anything to say about it, but if I can get this in camera, that cap up there is from 1894, and it's just remarkable that it's even still hanging together. Is there any story about that? I haven't asked you about this, Nicola, but
I have no idea.
no, that's the correct answer. But just some great history here, obviously, in terms of the club. Now, let's look at some more modern history over here. And this is a lovely England shirt, signed by, I'm assuming, the whole squad. It looks like it.
Yeah.
And it is for Mr. Sam Simmonds, which I think this was his debut season, wasn't it, for England? I think 2017-18 in the Six Nations.
Roughly.
I think so. Come stand this up for me,
Yeah.
actually. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
So, why have you got Sam Simmonds' shirt on the wall?
He's one of our boys. So him and his brother Joe, if they're not playing rugby, they're often, again, seen out here watching their friends play. And as a club, we're really proud. Really
Yeah.
proud. So having any memorabilia from both the boys is brilliant. So, yes, so we've got his shirt.
Yeah, so the Simmonds family, I understand, are based in Teignmouth, and they're very much involved in the club. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. This was actually, we've just done a fundraiser. Our community raised an absolute outstanding amount of money. And this was actually won by one of our locals, Paul Beattie and Jazza Beattie, and they've donated it back to the club. So
Wonderful.
yeah, so it's on our wall, Pride pride of our club. Really.
Good stuff. So that's Sam, and
Yeah.
Joe has got a shirt over here as well. This is
Yeah.
a
He's
England
under 21s, I think.
under
Yeah.
20s shirt.
Yeah, under 20s.
And I think it's only a matter of time before there'll be a full international
Fingers
shirt
crossed.
for Joe here as well.
Fingers crossed.
I'm sure he's
Yeah.
certainly got the talent, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Now let's go and have another look. Let's have a look over here. So the clubhouse gets, just pause for a second, the clubhouse gets used on quite a regular basis.
It does.
So just tell me a little bit about the people that are in there now, briefly.
So they call themselves a youth club for the OAPs, or the old age pensioners. So they come on a Wednesday, Thursday. At the moment they're singing. Tomorrow they do painting, all sorts. So they're a new club to the, they're a new addition to our club. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
part of us now.
So I'll just show you into that room briefly, and then we'll come back here and we'll tell a little story about that room as well. The dog looked very happy to see us. Now I understand you use that room for. You use that room to watch the internationals in and stuff like that.
Yes, we do. We've got a big screen. So yeah, we World Cup. It was absolutely heaving. We did World Cup breakfasts. So yeah, so that is our main function room. But if that's busy with a function, then we're in this room here.
Yeah,
So,
and the Lions as well. You watched the Lions in
yeah,
there?
we did. I wasn't here, but yes, we watched the Lions and waited for our boy Sam to come on.
Yeah, I got told by somebody else, a blow-in, I think is how as it was described, that the entire Simmonds family was like sat in the front row and cheering Sam on when he was playing.
Joe and Sam's nan, she's one of our regular ladies darts players, so she comes over on a Thursday and plays darts. She'll admit herself she's not great. Probably a lot of the holes on the wall are from Joe and Sam's nan. But yeah, so they were all here, and they're all locals of the town, so we see them all the time.
And how does that make you feel, as knowing that those guys that have come from here are achieving such amazing things at the top level?
Amazing. Couldn't be any more prouder, really. So
Brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks so much. Thank you
Not
so
a
much,
problem.
Nicola.
Good luck.
I think that was everything that we decided we're going to talk
Yeah.
about. Yes, okay, so I'm going to go back out into the sun now, warm up a little bit, and then I'll be on my way. Where am I going next? Dawlish, I think. Yeah, to Dawlish, and then Exmouth and Withycombe before the end of the day. But I'm just so impressed with our warm, family-based, and just such a beautiful location here at Teignmouth. Well done, guys. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. And follow, like, share, subscribe. Help me get that message out there, and look after each other and your mental health. Cheers, guys. See you at the next one.